Okay, 3.7, multiplying polynomials. All right, so this section is very similar to our multiplying binomial section. We just have more terms that we have to deal with. It's more steps, but it's the same thing. Our distributive method or FOIL, we can do that, or we can do our area method as well. It works out just the same process as before. Again, just there's just more of them. It's more to do. So let's start with this first one. 2h plus 5 times h squared plus 3h minus 4. All right, so just like we did with our binomial multiplication, we need to multiply each term by each other term. So my 2h, I'm going to multiply that by h squared, by 3h, and by this negative 4. So you're going to have 2h times h squared. So I'm multiplying here, and then I'm adding. I multiply 2h times 3h, and I'm adding 2h times negative 4. Don't lose that negative sign here. It's important, of course. And now same with the 5. 5 times h squared, 5 times 3h, and 5 times negative 4. Okay, and we do this multiplication. So 2h times h squared, that's 2h cubed, plus 2h times 3h. Well, I multiply numbers by numbers and letters by letters. So 2 times 3 is 6, h times h is h squared, and then negative 8h plus 5h squared, 5 times 3, plus 15h, and minus 5 times negative 4, 20. Right, and now I need to group my like terms. So I'm going to have 2h cubed plus, well, I've got a 6h squared plus 5h squared, so plus 11h squared. I've got a negative 8h and plus 15h. So that is going to be plus 7h and minus 20. All right, so then that would be my answer here. Exactly the same as before, just more things to do, more steps. All right, this question here, a trinomial by a trinomial. Again, same process, just more of it. So negative 3f squared, and I'm going to multiply that by 4f squared, by this negative 1f, and by this negative 6. Now, I'm not just drawing these arrows here for you. I do that for me too when I'm doing this, right? So show that. It's a good reminder for you. It helps you keep track of all of these things, especially when we get more and more terms. It's really important to keep track of it. So negative 3f squared times 4f squared plus, again, negative 3f squared times negative f plus, again, negative 3f squared times negative 6. So that's just the one term. You know, this one I'm going to change color just to make it really clear what's all happening. So now 3f times 4f squared plus, again, 3f times negative f plus 3f times negative 6. Right, and I'll change color one last time as I go to my last term. Plus negative 2 times 4f squared plus negative 2 times negative f plus negative 2 times negative 6. Okay, that's a lot, but that's why we kept track of it, kept it all neat and tidy. And now we just do those multiplications. So negative 3 times 4, again, numbers by numbers, letters by letters. So that is going to be negative 12. F squared times f squared is f to the 2 plus 2, so f4. And I've got negative 3 times negative 1, so that's going to be plus 3 f squared times f cubed. Right, a negative times a negative, positive. 3 times 6, 18. And there's no letters, so it's just f squared. And I'll keep my color coordinating going a little bit longer. 3 times 4 is 12. F times f squared, f cubed. 3 3f times negative f is going to be a negative 3f squared. 3 times negative 6, that's going to be negative 18, and there's just one f there. Right, and negative 2 times 4f squared, well, that will be negative 8f squared plus 2f plus 12. Okay, and now let's group our like terms. So there's only one of these, so negative 12, f to the 4, but we've got a few f cubes here and here. So that's going to be plus 3 plus 12, so 15 f cubed. All right, and then I've got 18f squared minus 3f squared minus 8f squared. All right, so now I'm doing what's the numbers say. So I've got 12, sorry, what am I at? I've got 18f squared, so 18 minus 3f squared minus 8f squared. So I'm left with a total of 7f squared. All right, now I've got minus 18f plus 2f, so it would be minus 16f plus 12. All right, and that is my answer. It's not pretty, it's not fun, but it's not overly hard. It's just long and time consuming and a lot of writing we need to do. The more neat we organize our work, especially in these types of questions, the better off we're going to be. And a bit of a spoiler, no, you won't have to keep doing this forever. In Math 30, there is a bit of a shortcut that we teach you, but for now, you got to do it the long way. Sorry about that. And here we go. This is going to kind of introduce us into our next topic a little bit. This looks different, but it's actually the same. Right, 2r plus 5t squared. So if I write it, 2r plus 5t times 2r plus 5t. All right, that now looks very similar. It is indeed a regular binomial distribution. So let's do that. So 2r times 2r plus 2r times 5t plus 5t times 2r plus 5t times 5t. All right, so we end up with 4r squared plus 10rt plus 10rt plus 25t squared, and grouping my like terms, 4r squared plus 20rt plus 25t squared. There we go, and that's it. That is going to be our answer for this one. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to leave for you to do because it's just a lot. And I'm sure you need to practice more than I do. Some things to note is our bed mass, though, our order of operations. Okay, so bed mass, PEMDAS, if you're kind of new school, they use that. So my brackets happen first, so I'm going to be multiplying. Got multiplication here and here. So with this 3 multiplication, careful how you do it. This 2, right, just make sure you're only multiplying like that in once, right? You either do this first, the 2 times 2m minus 1, or you can do this first and then multiply the 2 in there. That's fine, whichever way you want to do it. And then once you finish the multiplication of both sides, then you add the very last stage. All right, but I'm going to leave this one for you, and we can check back in on this one another time. All right, this question I do want to do. All right, let's write a polynomial to represent the area of this shaded region and simplify. Okay, so if I'm talking about the area of a rectangle, right, the formula for that rectangle what is happening? You know what? Area of a rectangle. That is going to be length times width. Okay, well my length of my big rectangle is 5x plus 8, and the width is 6x plus 2. Okay, that's fantastic. I've got multiplication. That's the area of the whole big rectangle, though. Right, that is the whole big rectangle. I want just the shaded bit. So I want the area of the big minus the area of my small rectangle. So my area of shaded is going to be the big 5x plus 8, 6x plus 2, and I'm going to minus this area in here. Right, everything inside that small rectangular box. So minus 3x times x plus 5. I got messy. Right, and this one I will do. So I've got my big area, my binomial distribution happening here. So I'm not going to write it all out. I'm just going to say it and do it. So 5x times 6x. So that is going to be 30x squared plus 5x times 2 plus 10x plus 8 times 6x will be 48x plus 8 times 2, 16, minus, I'm going to put another bracket here because I need to be very careful that I'm subtracting this whole thing. All right, 3x times x, that's going to be 3x squared plus 3x times 5, 15x. All right, let's group our like terms and deal with this negative sign. So I've got 30x squared. I've got plus 10x plus 48x. So this is going to be plus 58x plus 16. Now I need to distribute my negative sign. Minus 3x squared minus 15x. All right, and my final grouping of like terms, I've got 3x squared minus, 30x squared minus 3x squared. So that's 30 minus 3, so 27x squared. And now I've got plus 58x minus 15x. So I need to do my 58 minus 15, and I'll get 43x, so plus 43x, and there's only the 116, plus 16. So this is going to be the polynomial of the area of just the shaded region of these rectangles. So again, I needed to find the area of the big, and minus that from the area of the small one. So I can ask you this type of question with different kinds of shapes into here. It is a good question. I quite like questions like these. It's combining some of the area stuff from the very beginning of the term and making you think a little bit more. So I like these questions. Make sure you're comfortable with these questions because you will see this question again. All right, and that's it for this section. That is multiplying polynomials. Same process as when we were multiplying just binomials. There's just more things to do. All right, and with that, you've got some practice to do. Practice is progress, so get that stuff done. If you're having questions, please touch base.